I recently challenged myself to do something that I've never done before. Read the Bible cover to cover in just 90 days. And wow, what an experience. I truly recommend this to any mature believer. And maybe if you are a new believer, and you're up to the challenge, I would really recommend this experience. So, I want to share today 7 quick tips that I took along with me as I read, and that really helped me. So, one, it's about the story. This is not a time for deep study. This is reading the Bible to read the story, the redemptive story of the Word. Two, keep a notebook handy so that way you can jot down all of the topics and the scriptures and the passages and the characters that you want to go back to later and take a deep dive into, because right now you're just reading the Bible as a novel. You're reading it to hear the redemptive story. And so you're just reading it each and every day or most days to see the storyline. Three, don't give up. Okay, there are going to be days where you find yourself behind on the reading plan. If you're following a reading plan, there are going to be days that it's probably been a tough day at work or at home, or you're just tired, or maybe you go on vacation and you don't want to read that day. That's okay. Don't give up. Just keep on going. Pick up wherever you stop from and keep on going. Listen, I said I challenged myself to 90 days. I ain't say I finished in 90 days. Actually, the thumbnail tells the truth. I finished it in 100 days because sometimes work just got a little bit much and I didn't have the time, or I had to travel, or I was just flat out tired. So I didn't have the time to sit an hour or two to read for a couple of days. So I got a little behind, but I didn't get discouraged. I kept on going, and I'm still proud of myself for doing it in the 100 days. Be open to how God is going to speak to you. Sometimes we can go to familiar text and think we already know the story and we already know what it's about, but really go in with open mind and an open heart to read something and discover something new, which leads to point number 5. Be ready for a new discovery, because when he speaks to you, when he shows you different lessons from it, there's going to be something new that you discover, even in familiar text. Or there may be a text or a passage that you've heard in Sunday school growing up, or you've heard your pastor preach from, but when you hear it in context of how it was written, it may bring a new perspective to you. So be ready for some fresh discovery. And then let it consume you. As you are consuming it each and every day, allow it to consume you. The Word of God really, truly is active and living. And when you allow it to take root upon your heart, it will consume you, and I'm gonna say devour you in a beautiful way, because it becomes a part of you and becomes a part of your thinking. And as it consumes you and you consume it, point number 7, fall in love with it. Allow yourself to fall in love with the word. There were times when I would be at work, and you know how your mind wanders? Well, my mind would wander to something I had read the night before. Or my mind would be thinking, okay, oh, I know what passages or what chapters I'm reading today, and I can't wait to get to it. Or my mind would be connecting something that I read last night to something that I read, days before, or an experience I was having that day. But when you fall in love with it, just like with a person, you fall in love, you think about it often. So allow yourself to fall in love with it, because it truly is, as the psalmist said in chapter 19, verse 10, sweeter than honey from the honeycomb. Oh my God, the word of God is so rich. In the same time that it can cut and convict, it can also comfort and console. In the same time that it corrects, it is also providing joy. In the same time that it challenges us, it is also reminding us of the faithfulness of God and reminding us of what He sees in us and the love that He has for us. So I just encourage you that as you go along this journey, don't get caught up in finishing in a certain amount of time. Just get caught up in the word itself and the story that it's telling. And truly, from the beginning to the end, it is a story of the redeeming, powerful, matchless, faithful, and wonderful, unconditional, unwavering love of Christ and the love that He has for us as a people. So I encourage you to go along this journey. Take your time. Don't be worried about a 100-day or 90-day challenge. Just take the time to read the story of the Bible and see what it would do in your life. So I would love to hear about your experience. So once you complete it, or even as you're going through the challenge, come back to the video and drop in the comments what you're thinking, what you're experiencing, something that you learned new, or something that you've read and now have a new perspective or correct perspective, if I can say that. Drop it down in the comments. I love to see how this experience changes you. Well, I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. See you soon.